Thank you. Good afternoon to each and everyone. Myself, Pravinkumar Mishra, and today we are going to speak on a topic which is, I think, as one of the most important topic. That is wrong guideline about diet and its impact on India. See why I selected this topic? Because as you can see, whenever the person talk about the diabetes, the first thing which question comes in his mind, what should I eat? What should I do to prevent the diabetes? And after this, there is no question, just medicine. See why I am telling you this? Because whenever the question of diabetes come to our mind, only there is two concepts which we only think of. The first, diet; second, medicine. But thing is that in Ayurveda, when we talk about diabetes, this is much more beyond the hyperglycemia. Hyperglycemia is a condition where there is a persistent high amount of sugar in your blood. In Ayurveda, it is not just a high sugar. We also try to see the patient what else he is suffering from. So let's talk about a guideline about a diabetes. In 2015, it is estimated that nearly 70 million of our Indian population is suffering from diabetes. Okay. In 2019, it is again rise up to 19 million, and it is expected that within coming next 5 years, it is going to somewhere around 125 million. Now, even after having so much medicine, even after taking so much precaution, after taking insulin, after taking a different type of treatment, why it is that India is not getting free from diabetes? And now everyone is saying that we are going to be a capital of diabetes within a next 5 years. That means the diabetes is hitting Indian population very hardly. So question is that why? The first and foremost reason what I think personally is we are following Western world. That is our first problem. We are following the guideline of the Western population, and the physical and the genetically makeup of the Western population is very different from the Indian population. That first thing what we have to see whenever we do a treatment of any diabetes patient. Now let's start with a diabetes. In a simple question, can anyone tell me what is diabetes? Just asking a question. Can anyone tell me in his language? Okay, what do you think is diabetes for you? I think more.
Blood gets sweeter and many.
Okay, very good. Your blood gets sweeter. Means the more you get a sweet, the more you get a diabetes.
No, not like that, but sometimes like it doesn't get cured.
Okay, so look at his mindset. Sir is saying very correctly that your blood is going sweeter and there is no cure. But I think there is a cure. Because in my clinic, I always try to reverse the diabetes. So basically, I am going to tell you the fact that something we have to keep in mind while treating a diabetes. So what it is? So let's start our topic, diabetes. So we are an Indian population. Okay, and this is what I call as today's Indian food pyramid. Like 10 years back, 5 years back, we never used to had such an outlet in our country, and we used to more focus on our culture food. See why I always tell person ki always follow your culture food, because the culture food from where you are belonging is the only thing which can make you safe from getting a diabetes. That's the first and foremost. I will cover that topic why, but this is the first thing which I focus on. But all this cheese, burger, then Western food, fast food, then non-veg. So each and every day you hear that something is coming, we should avoid this, we should avoid that. But talking personally, are we doing it? No, we are not doing. If you see very properly in your day-to-day life, you are replacing your food with all this stuff, one by one, right? From your breakfast to your lunch to your dinner, you are thinking this is one of the most easiest way to reach at your home, whether it's at Zomato, where is there some other way, but it is a fasted way. Indian food culture always take a time, whether it's a chapati, roti, bhaji, we have to make whatever we have to make. This is why I'm focusing on, because when you are mentally obese, the mental obesity is your first cause of diabetes. See, because what I am going to focus on is all diet and exercise, diet and exercise. So it is a mental obesity. So what we want everything to be get fast. And the more you want to get fast, the more you are lazy becoming. You are not moving from one place to another. If I tell you go and walk for 1 kilometer, your mind will not allow you at all. See, because you have forgotten. What is that? It is hitting you very hard. Next thing, it is estimated, as I already told you, कि it is a just number. It is just number. But really speaking, we are only taking count of urban population. गांव में क्या हो रहा है, we do not very aware of. We don't have any statistic. Means if I put urban and remote area both together, it is nearly 66% of our Indian population is suffering from diabetes and pre-diabetes together. Means indirectly 2 out of 1. It is very high ratio. Second, see, look at this picture. Why I put this picture in over here? Because in Ayurveda. Now let's come over on the Ayurveda topic. In Ayurveda also, when you see on a YouTube, you see on a channel, you see daily advertisement, everyone say कि ये खा लो आयुर्वेदिक है, डायबिटीज कम हो जाएगा, ये खा लो डायबिटीज कम हो जाएगा, ये शुगर कम हो जाएगा. समटाइम कनेर के फूल आ जाते हैं, फिर 1 साल के बाद कैमल का मिल्क आ जाता है, फिर एक साल बाद कोई ड्रैगन फ्रूट आ जाता है. मीन्स ईच एंड एवरी मंथ we are just making money and nobody know what exactly is a cure of diabetes. This slide is very important for a Ayurvedic practitioner. We in Ayurveda always consider this. See what exactly I want to show you. Diabetes is known as a pramehe in Ayurveda. You must be aware of. What is pramehe? So as per definition it says कि when patient start passing more frequency of urine, it is known as a pramehe. Okay, but thing is that we are now detecting a diabetes in pre-diabetic stage. We are doing a diabetes, blood sugar, each and every as our routine. So we are catching diabetes much more before it is showing its symptom. Like you can see a television, they say कि health care और 1000 में सब टेस्ट करा लो. So we do each and every test. So we are detecting a diabetes much earlier. This slide is important because there is a something called as a Ayurveda say Bahudrava Shleshma. It is a Sanskrit word. It says that when the patient is suffering from a diabetes, his body is same like a mud of a rain. Why it is said a mud of a rain and why it is very important while considering this, then I will again focus on what we are going to discuss on. There is a something called as a concept of a Agni in Ayurveda known as a biofire. So biofire, there is a types of a biofire which again helps you in a digestion, work as a hormonal level and work at a cellular level. So diabetes start from your digestion, then comes to your insulin, then comes to your insulin resistance. That is a 3-step. And as per Ayurveda, once you start getting a diabetes, you don't have any Agni, any biofire. So neither your digestion is going to work, nor your insulin is going to work, nor your cellular level insulin or insulin resistance is going to take place. So it is important because if I have to treat a patient of a diabetes, I never focus on is what is his hyperglycemic index or HbA1c. Yes, for seriousness we do a test, but we consider that his body doesn't have any biofire. So my line of treatment is how to save a biofire in diabetes patient. If I can save a biofire of a body, I can easily reverse the diabetes. Even I am talking about reversing the insulin dependent diabetes mellitus until unless the pancreas is totally lost its function by autonomous. So if it is there, our Ayurvedic medicine still work because this concept of biofire is very important. Now again come to the dietary part. Indian food style, Indian habit, each and everything right from what our ancestors say and Ayurveda are saying, are all we are doing is saving our biofire. Right from waking up in the early morning, taking a meal, when to take a meal, when not to take a meal. I will come to again that point. All this stuff is just to save your biofire. And Ayurveda say that this biofire doesn't lose in one day. It lost after 7 to 10 years. Means there is something which is going to come in the next slide. If you are going to do persistent each and every day, each and every day, you will lose your biofire. And that is a thing, when you give the insulin, then also the hyperglycemic index will not going to come down. Even if you are going to do metformin or any beniguinide of a drug, it is not going to come down because your body lost biofire. And biofire is only thing which can convert your glucose from one pathway to the another pathway. So this is a very important slide. So I already, again, Agni and biofire. Yes, I am going to tell. Now question is, nobody asked me what is biofire or Agni. Even in a concept of Agni is very wide. For let's make in a simple way. The biofire of a Ayurveda is a combination of a secretion of liver, pancreas, gallbladder, and even intestine also. When liver, gallbladder, stomach and pancreas, all secretion comes together and enter into the intestine, we call that as a biofire or Pachak Pitta. Pachak Pitta basically it is a biofire of your alimentary canal. So what we are dependent on, if this biofire is going to be a very healthy state, you are not going to get either disease of pancreas or of liver. And pancreas is not just about insulin. Pancreas is also about something called as a glucagon. So you have to also focus on glucagon. I am going to talk on that also. So it's just a concept of biofire. Means indirectly my all focus of patient treating diabetes is to correct this biofire. The next point. This is I call it as one of the landmark slide in treating a diabetes. This is a Asian public. Caucasian basically consider a Western world. Now, if you look, both the body are looking same to you. But in Asian population, we are Asian, whether it's Chinese, whether it's Japanese, whether it's Indian, we are born with 46% of fat in a body, right from a birth. It's not that you are getting later on. You are born from a birth with 46 to 36% of fat in a body. Means God has gifted us already deposited fat in our body. I will tell you why. Second, compare it with the Western world. If you go on a data, on a research data, and you go on a PubMed and see anywhere, they will tell you if they both the BMI same. See, 25 BMI we consider it as a normal because BMI of 25 is healthy. Not in a case of an Indian population. See, even if you are lean also, then also you are susceptible to get a diabetes. So they say always in a research paper, if you go on a research get and read the article very carefully, they will say the Indian population or a Asian population is 40 times much more liable to get a diabetes than the Western people. It is just because their body has 16% fat. So if they will eat the junk food also, if you do the any multiple snacking also, then also they have a lot of reservoir. It is genetic makeup because they are more prone to eat protein based diet. Asian population is more dependent on the plant based diet. Again, there is a geographical variation, but what is important of this? God gifted you 46% of fat in your body because He knows that a people or genetically person who is going to born in Asia going to be a hard worker. Hard worker means you are going to be a farmer, you want to be a cultivator, you are going to travel from one area to second area. So it is our genetically makeup that made us, we are with excess of fat in our body. And the role of this excess of fat in our body, that whenever you try to do a exercise or whenever you try to go for anything, you will not get tired very easily. Second thing, this thing is one of the most important reason why it is making us sick. Because if we lose our habit of doing exercise daily or doing the heavy work daily, you are going to get much more easily. So it is a reason, only reason why you are getting diabetes, hypertension. You go on a data. You are number one in hypothyroidism, 11% highest in the world. You are highest in CKD of young age also. We are, if you combine the hypothyroidism along with subclinical hypothyroidism. We are highest in the world. PCOS is highest in the world. It is just because it's just not a India. Same is happening with the China also. We are not understanding that Western interfiltration of this Western food diet is harming us. So we have to compare this one. Now it is a Ayurvedic shlok of Sushrut Nidan Sthan. And I always say the Ayurveda is written for Asian people or India. It is written in India, so they are more focusing on the Indian people. It is wrote somewhere around 5,000 years back. And what he wrote? He is trying to say Sushrut in Nidan Sthan that day sleeping, lack of exercise, laziness, excess of sugar intake, the person who do these 4 things daily in your life is Purusha Janayati Pramehi Bhavishyanti. He is the person who is going to get a Pramehi diabetes in Bhavishyanti, in future. So the Sushrut is very clear that he don't want to talk about a diet. He don't care what you are eating, what you are not eating. What he want to say that the day you start sleeping in a day, I will more explore on it. It is a very important type. Lack of exercise and laziness. Then comes the intake of a sugar. Means intake of sugar was never a first line criteria of even Ayurveda also. And when you see the treatment of a Ayurveda, when you read a Pramhe or whenever you read Ayurveda, they try to advise us to eat a rice. They advise us to eat barley. Take sugar in some form, other form, take honey. It is all written in Ayurveda. So don't you think that they are not aware that sugar caused by rice or each and everything? See, they are saying that it is not such a case. In that time, you have to think of biofire. Therefore, each and everything which I am going to explain later on is all hampering your biofire. It is one of the most important things. So it is Bhavishanti. Next, this is a main slok on which we are going to talk about. See, it's like a drum with multiple holes. See, if you have a drum and you are going to fill a water, if you have not one hole, you have a 12 hole. So do you think the drum is going to fill just by closing one hole? No. You have to close all the 12 holes. So this is what I call as a main 8 factor is hampering you in reversing of diabetes. So when the patient enter into my clinic, this is a first chart which I give to him, and I try to explain him what you don't have to do. And again we are going to talk on each and everything one by one. The first thing is a Asya Sukha. So Asya Sukha means simply the day Indian population start being lazy, start losing their going to outside, do the work, means indirectly physical activity. First, Swapna Sukha, excess of day sleeping. I am going to talk on it again. Excess of day sleeping, you won't believe it as what is the effect of excessive day sleeping. Many a time the patient which comes to in our even hospital also, and when they tell कि after taking medicine also, metformin also, और आपका आयुर्वेदिक medicine लेने के बाद भी हमारा sugar कम नहीं हो रहा है, we just try to tell them you should not nap for more than 20 minutes, and within the next month you will see that there is a significant change in glycemic index of fasting and post lunch. I am going to explain you why it is important. Curd is one of the most important thing, because if you see the ad right now, you see the article, leading article right from the, whether it's a JAMA, whether it's a Lancet, everyone, they are saying the curd is one of the most important thing which can decrease your diabetes. Opposite to that of what Ayurveda say, कि once you start taking the curd, your body become like a nest of a bird, and bird is a diabetes, nest is your body. The more that curd you are going to take again and again, you are not going to free from getting rid of diabetes. So curd is one of the most important factor. Again I will tell you why.
Curd you don't get diabetes.
With curd you will get diabetes free with you. You will not get rid of diabetes if you are taking a curd. So this is why I am focusing on that, because it is dadini, asya sukha, swapna sukhna dadini. So these 3 things, he says, these 3 things alone is a cause of 60% diabetes. So I told you, it is just not a one whole. Asya sukha means, if he is, in Ayurveda there is a very simple formula. if Sahitakar has wrote something first, that means his thing ki it is a leading cause. So even I can be a little light in this. You can't be little light in this first line. So
And the buttermilk made of curd.
same thing. Same thing. So I told you, see, you can ask frequently any type of question. I told you, it is, our topic is diet only. So you can freely ask any question and see कि whatever we are talking about the biofire, Ayurveda, it is going to be the same. So dahi same. Grame Odak Anupras is nothing but all the non-veg. All the non-veg, it is gram means it is like a day land, the animal which is found on a land. Anup means which is found in a water. So whether it's a seafood or your meat food, both comes as a cause of diabetes. Payansi is related to milk. Okay, so milk also cause diabetes, but I will tell you to just keep a query on it, because there is some changes, some there is a acceptation where you can use even this also, because in my treatment I use this. Yeah, some insulin resistant patient, I have to use this to reverse the diabetes. So milk is very important thing. Nava Annapan they call as a freshly harvested food. So as you all know that everyone say कि 6 महीना पुराना ही खाना चाहिए या 8 महीना पुराना ही खाना चाहिए, न्यू नहीं खाना चाहिए. Yes, never to take fresh. So can you tell me why? You should have at least one reason why. What do you think the logic behind not taking a fresh food?
But is it meant that farm food or?
Yes, farm food, sir. Sir, because we get farm food, rice.
Because they're using maybe fertilizers.
Pesticides
Okay.
No. See, it is a 5,000 year back. Okay, it is a 5,000 year back. So 5,000 year there was no pesticide. But still they have written Nava Annapana. Nava Annapana, even 5,000 year back, they know not to eat a freshly farmed any type of food grain.
What you get in market, it is always a fresh.
Fresh. So you are asking for fresh, so they are selling you fresh. Go and ask for column for 8 mahina purana, 9 mahina purana, 1 saal purana. They will give you a column of 1 saal purana.
It is a rice.
Rice.
What about the vegetable?
Everything. So it doesn't, Nava Annapan is basically for not everything. It is mostly for grains. So, okay. Yes, so sorry for that. So it is mostly for grains. So most of the grains you should be grain. Yes, let it be any grain. Second, good Vaikruta. So maybe at their time 5,000 back there was no such thing called as a sugar or shakkar, but they used to make each and every sweet thing with good Vaikruta. So good Vaikruta matlab anything which is made of good, jaggery. But now thing is that I am using this jaggery against to reverse the diabetes. So there is some difference. Why I am doing that? Why I am manipulating some of the concept of Ayurveda? I will tell you. It's a very funny thing.
You should avoid jaggery.
I see after payasa milk, I think you should also question on this also. Say the question of this, I will tell you why the time of good of that era and now can make a difference. See, because they are the person who used to get a fresh environment, fresh food, fresh milk, each and everything fresh, and their life was used to about 400. So we are comparing the life of 400 of Ayurveda of our which is 50, 60 or near 70. So that is why I told you. And second thing that, see, why to avoid? If you are not taking it, so why you are avoiding it? If you are taking milk for lifetime and now you came with me with a diabetes, then I will tell you that avoid karo. But I don't think so anybody is taking good jaggery or sugar, something like that, or milk in a daily purpose. Milk I don't find. Even I'm not an elderly person are taking milk because of so bad publicity. See, milk is a very different topic. But I still tell you, milk is only thing which can save you from disease. That's the only thing. Okay, adulteration, everything is very different, but it is the only thing which can save us. I will talk on it again. Then they said in a simple word, Kapha Krucha Sarvam. Now Kapha Krucha Sarvam, what normally you see on a YouTube. Kapha Krucha Sarvam, they put all the vegetable in that and all the fruits in that. So now the problem is that कि ये फल नहीं खाने का, ये नहीं खाने का, इससे डायबिटीज बढ़ता है, इससे डायबिटीज बढ़ता है. I don't think so. See, this concept Kapha Krucha Sarvam is very bit different. It is different because they are talking about what we are doing after eating food. See, kapha krushsavam, because Ayurveda say after you had a food, your body goes into madhuravastha pak. It is a one concept. That madhuravastha pak means your body have tendency to form excess of kapha. And that kapha is the only thing which cause diabetes. Means all this what I am telling you, asya sukha swapna sukna dadi gram mein anuprasth pyasi, all this is kapha formation. And this kapha make you a muddy, that rainwater muddy body. I told you that rain body muddy. So that is nothing but kapha. The more kapha aggravated in your body, the more you will lose hormonal control, your digestive control and your cellular function. So this kapha is something very different. Second thing, so is there any question regarding this thing? Because I am going to again explore one by one.
So you meant to say that jaggery we should eat or we should avoid?
See, we should eat. We should eat.
If we go from the right from the top.
So only milk and jaggery I kept for open.
Yeah, because here it is not.
Because other thing is 100% is going to obstruct you. But there is a some patient, there is a some acceptation where the milk and jaggery is going to help you. Okay. And second thing, why I'm talking about milk, because if you ask me what I use personally, so I use Panchatikta Sheer Basti to reverse diabetes. I keep on giving that Sheer Basti back to back again to patient until unless the insulin dependency goes down. So that is the only condition where I use excess of milk. So there is a very different concept when to use milk and how to use milk. Same comes with the jaggery also. These two things, Ayurveda say there is a separate chapter. How to eat curd, how to eat milk, how to drink milk, how to use a jaggery. So somewhere somehow I can use these two things in my treatment, line of treatment, especially in a diabetes, insulin dependent diabetes. But otherwise each and everything is going to be contraindicated.
And what about the dates?
Khajur, okay. So what will, ये बंद हो गया? हाँ, what we'll do कि we will consider each and every food in that kapha aggravating factors. So I told you कि this kapha aggravating factor basically dates, banana, apple. So whatever you want to ask, maybe by the time you will not ask me this question again. हाँ, सब सेम है, सब सेम है. आ रहा वो स्लाइड के ऊपर ना धीरे धीरे आऊँगा. तो बेसिकली कर्ड पतला हो, कर्ड मोटा हो, कुछ भी हो, जो हम लोग बोलते हैं ना बारीक पीते हैं, लस्सी पीते हैं. सो द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ कर्ड कि वो बहुत हल्का है, उससे आपके डाइजेशन में हेल्प होगा. तो अगर कोई आयुर्वेद स्टूडेंट है, राइट फ्रॉम फर्स्ट ईयर उनके दिमाग में एक ही चीज़ भरा जाता है कि अगर सबसे डेंजरस चीज़ कोई है इस वर्ल्ड में तो वो कर्ड है. तो इट इज़ बिकॉज कि वी रेड द चैप्टर ऑफ कर्ड and it's never look very pleasant to us. And second, khatta, amla cheese. But there is again controversy of khatta, because the amla which we say a khatta, it have two part. After going in a body, one goes into the acidic, other going into the alkaline medium. We need a alkaline medium. So that is why I have told you that there is some fruits I am going to talk about. See, exercise. Exercise, if you ask me exercise, and if I have to explain how to cure diabetes. So exercise is going to be my 60% of cure of diabetes. 60%. Sometimes there is a case also when the person of a pre-diabetic comes to me. I always put them on this exercise, giving a placebo. I done in my MD because my topic of dissertation was diabetes with paralysis, because both are metabolic illnesses. So what is the role of exercise? See, this is a thing which never clicks our mind. And each and every lecture, because see, awareing about exercise don't give you any money. It won't give you any productive thing. और सामने वाला आपका सुनने के लिए एक पैसा भी तैयार नहीं रहेगा. See, nobody care about this exercise. But I always tell each and everyone, this is the only which can save you. Go on a data, go on a research. There is a very few research which is talking about the exercise in diabetes, but there is a multiple function. Now look at my slide. Why put an exercise in my diet? See, Indian population, as I told you, you have 36 to 47% of reserve fat in a body. Whether it's you are fat, whether you are lean, there is a something called as a toffee. I don't know how much of you is aware of, thin outside and fat inside. This is what we Indian are, toffee. So I think you should go on a net and read about this toffee. Means it is those people who keep on doing all this multiple snacking, who take up fast food, each and everything, and doesn't gain weight by thinking that कि उनकी appetite बहुत अच्छी है और उनको कुछ होगा नहीं. See, fat will never leave you. If it is accumulating on a tummy, it is good. You can see, you can take care. What if the fat doesn't accumulate in tummy? What if it goes directly to your liver and cause fatty liver? Have you ever asked yourself why the fatty liver is lean, more common in only lean patient only? So because it is not getting collected on a tummy, it is going on a fat. And there is a very strong relation because liver, fat cells and muscle, these three are a only reservoir of glucose. So either here, either there or either there, you are going to suffer. If not even liver, it is going to be heart, it is going to be kidney, it is going to be brain. That is the reason we are seeing the person of age 18 getting myocardial infarction, right? 2 weeks back only. I got patient of getting heart attack at the age of 18. No history, no family history, nothing. Only cholesterol was high. So he got a heart attack. We had a CKD patient of kidney disease, 28 age, 3 medical student of kidney disease. So after taking so much precaution, what do you think the problem is going on? The problem is you are lacking exercise. So I am focusing. You should be on exercise, at least 40-minute exercise daily. Why? Because when you keep on taking a snacks throughout a day, early on we used to take only 2 meals per day. Then comes a concept of multiple snacking. You take breakfast in the morning, then again 10 घंटा मतलब 2-3 घंटे बाद कोई बोला खा लो, चलो खा लो, फिर 2 घंटे बाद फिर खा लो, फिर खा लो, फिर खा लो. So it is called as a multiple snacking. What happen in a multiple snacking? See, this is a pancreas. The role of pancreas is to secrete the insulin. You forget that insulin is not a catabolic, it is an anabolic hormone. Anabolic means accumulating together, collecting together, so that when you're not eating, that time it is going to use with the help of glucagon. So if your insulin is going to be high, you are not going to lose a single kg of weight. That what we call as insulin sensitivity, because when you are taking a meal again and again, the insulin is not going to go down at all. Though the more the insulin is going to be on a higher side, the more there will be a glucose regulation from blood to the tissue, and there will be a time when it will not able to send the glucose from blood to the tissue. Why? Because you are only sending glucose from one area to another area. You are not thinking of how to expend that excess of glucose from your muscle. So that is what I call as a multiple snacking. So whether you are doing a multiple snacking, whether you are not exercising, both are going to be contribute 60% of diabetes. Second thing that what I am going to talk about is artificial sugar. See, this artificial sugar is more like our normal sugar, but sugar is safe, comparative safe. But what you are eating in your food, that is not a sugar. It is a corn sugar, it can be sucralose, it can be aspartate, it can be everything, but it will not be a sugar. So until unless you are putting that white sugar in your diet, you are taking 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoon, it is okay. But when you are substituting it with so-called sugar-free diet, or when you are taking a chips, wafer, farsan, I am talking about chips, wafer, farsan because diabetes patient take only this only. कि they are more talking about हम फरसान लेते हैं, इसमें तो ग्लूकोज है ही नहीं. So I always tell them, turn the wrapper towards the back side. If it is written sugar over there, you are taking a hidden sugar. So the hidden sugar is still my problem in my practice, because even after taking so much history, I never able to trace all the thing which you are eating and there is a no sugar. There is a no product in the market which you are eating and there is a without sugar. I am talking about even chips also. Go and see the wrapper of chips. It is again sugar. there is a 55 name of sugar. So I'm reading all the 55 name and I'm telling to stop each and everything. Bakery product, pav, bread, butter. You are thinking you are just eating a pav. Each pav contain at least something around 9 gram of sugar per pav. So my question is, where I am avoiding a sugar? I don't think so. So it is all about diet. I am going to talk all this again about diet. Means if I am taking so much unknown hidden sugar, I am not doing the exercise also to burn it all, I am going to develop a diabetes. So each and every part of your treatment of diabetes, until unless you don't have exercise, I can write on a piece of paper, you are going to be in a progressive diabetic stage, from a pre-diabetic to diabetic to the insulin dependent, and now it is going in a very rapid stage. Within 1 year, not medicine working. Within next 2 years, insulin is also not working. So now you will get a multiple case of insulin resistance, and now the new group of drug is coming on to lower the sugar, but not working, really not working. So why I am telling you about exercise? Because high intent exercise can rapidly export your glucose from blood to the tissue. And the role of exercise, the more you are going to do exercise, the more you are going to burn glucose from your muscle. So that is the only thing. See, there is a concept of insulin resistance, there is a concept of a hyperglycemia. So we are used to teach in our medical college that improper insulin is used to cure the is a cause of diabetes. Now we know that each and every diabetic patient have very high insulin. Means even after having so much high insulin, your glucose is not going on a peripheral side. So it is a simple thing. It means कि your glucose is very high. So that is now what test some came in a market is serum insulin. So indirectly, whether the patient of PCOS, whether the patient of hyperthyroidism, whoever come to me and ask me, क्या मैं दवा बंद कर सकती हूँ? I always tell them, do your serum insulin. If it is high, you can't stop the medicine. Because high serum insulin means you are lacking exercise and you are fall into the trap of metabolic disorder. So there is a role of exercise in diabetes. So my each and every patient goes to 50 to 20 minute. I start with 20 minute, then make it 30 minute, then 50 minute. I write on a piece of paper and give to the patient that you should at least follow this method. It is the only thing which can bring your reservoir of glucose down. Now it is again a slok of Ayurveda. It is a very much important slok. They say Vyayama kurvata nityam vriddhamapi bhojanam vidagdam avidagdam va nirdosha paripachyate. Means if the person is doing exercise daily, so whether it's a processed food, non-processed food, any type of food, he can easily digest each and everything. Why? Because as per the concept of Ayurveda, the Vyayam should be nitya. It should be done daily, and it is only thing which can prevent your biofire. We can increase your biofire. That means ki Ayurveda always focusing on a biofire. Means it is a simple thing. Like, I don't know how much of you do a daily exercise. I am asking you daily exercise. Who is the one who go for daily exercise? At least 10 minutes per day, 20 minutes per day. Any one of you?
Without doing exercise, there is at least 40 minutes walk.
No, it is also exercise. 40 minutes of walk. Yes, per day. 40 minutes. Good. He has already achieved his target. And what else, sir?
Yeah, I do.
Good. How much?
I walk more than 1 hour.
More than 1 hour. Okay. So sir has walked for more than 1 hour. And any one of you else? No. So have you got any disease?
I don't know.
No. Okay.
I have not checked it.
Okay. Very good. Very good. See, if he is doing a 40-minute walk per day, and if both of them doing very aggressively, the word I wrote over there is aggressive exercise, in which literally your pulse should reach around 120, 140. That means you are doing a proper exercise. Because that is the only exercise which can increase your glucagon, which is opposite to of insulin. The more glucagon is going to be on a higher side, the more body will decompose or break down the glucose in your body. Because while doing the exercise, yes, your body need lot of sugar.
Yeah, but I don't go 1 hour at stress.
No, you have to. So I told you now. See, because I wrote over there, extensively exercise. Do for 10 minutes, do for 20 minutes, but it should be at least sweaty. You should sweat in that 10 or 20 minutes, and it doesn't happen in one day. Body takes time over time. So that is why I told you. Tell you, it is a very. It is not कि you used to go gym, डंबल उठाओ और एक्सरसाइज करो. सी आई नेवर एडवाइस माई एनी पेशेंट टू गो टू द जिम. जिम जाने के बाद स्टोरी अलग बदल जाती है. स्टार्ट टेकिंग दिस डाइट, दैट डाइट, प्रोटीन डाइट, वो मेरी मेडिसिन वैसे ही खराब हो जाती है. सो हाँ.
I have one question that in naturopathy, like they say that like if you're feeling it better by eating some sweet, that means it is okay, but don't go exceed. How do you say?
See.
Did you understand what I said?
Yes, you are asking about you are taking any type of sweet.
Whether your body has a low sugar or high sugar, whatever it is. But if you have little sweet and if you're feeling it all right, that means okay.
Okay.
That is
So,
in
sir,
naturopathy they say.
okay. So, what is my concept? That sugar is as addictive as your smoking. Okay. Now, let me ask you another question. Who like to eat a karela? Who like to eat a padwal? Why? Why?
In the morning only I karela.
Na karela you said ये, but I am asking another. It is very less expensive. आप सोच के देखो, पहले ये ना डेली अपने खाने में होते थे. ऐसा नहीं था कि ये नहीं था. अब जैसे जैसे जनरेशन आगे जा रही है, दे आर से करेला नहीं करना है, वो नहीं करना है. इसलिए मैं बता, मैं फूड वाला पार्ट पे आ गया हूँ तो बहुत फनी लगेगा आपको कि why I never try to change the food habit of any patient. Without changing the food habit also, the sugar get reversed. I'm going to tell you in other words. It is because that sugar thing, only the sugar thing. In Ayurveda, it is say कि आजीवन साथ में करो दी धातु ना बलम प्रदम और आनंद कर मतलब कि when you are taking anything and you are feeling very happy, whether it's a chips, potato, ice cream, okay, it is all a sugar. And nobody will say कि मैं करेला लिया और मुझे happy लगा. Nothing. So what that mean? Feeling happy doesn't tell you anything about what good you are there or how healthy you are. You are not healthy. Sugar will never make you healthy, and excess of sugar will never make you healthy. It is a simple concept like आप सोच के देखो कि हम लोग जब पहले खाना खाते थे तो we used to have rice, दाल, चपाती, भाजी. But there is something also called as we used to call as a achar, thesa, pickles, something like that. Or it used to be made up of all the kadwa, tikha thing, methi, pudina, mirchi. So why? It is because when you are taking a rice, dal, too much of sugar, the role of that small thing is to just reduce a hyperglycemia after eating food. So it is the importance of that chutney and achar. See, because you are not taking that, or now after getting diabetes, you will take everything which is not of sweet, other than sweet. So the Ayurveda say there is a 6 taste in a world. Madhur amla ras, katu tikta kashay. Madhur amla anilavan means a salt, sugar, and acidic thing. These 3 increase the diabetes. And katu tikta kashay means that is a pungent, bitter. This thing reverses the diabetes. So can you imagine when you are asking anyone to lower your sugar, we give them neem ke patte, karela, padwal, bel ke patte, means everything in your life you are going to eat which you have not eaten in your life in earlier. So it is just contrast ki in treatment of Ayurveda, when we give any Ayurvedic treatment, the Ayurvedic treatment is just opposite of what you have eaten throughout your life. So that is important. So exercise, yes, exercise play a very important role. It is again, what is the role of doing a regular exercise? First, it improves the insulin response. Your insulin will respond to every food if you are doing a daily exercise. It lowers the blood sugar. Means if you are suffering from pre-diabetic stage, even a changing in a doing a regular exercise can lower your sugar. It lower your pressure. If you are suffering from hypertension, I saw a patient जिसको डॉक्टर अवॉइड करते कि you should not go for exercise, you are suffering from diabetics, you are suffering from blood pressure. That is the first stage which you are मतलब where from you are increasing the diabetes or blood pressure. So never stop a person from going to the exercise. If it is a cardiac disease also, then also मैं कभी stop नहीं करता. हाँ, थोड़ा सा exercise change करता हूँ. But ये weight control, yes, weight control until unless your insulin is down, the insulin which will not allow a single kg of weight to get lost from a body. This is a reason why the PCOS female find very difficult in losing weight. All the female. Now you look कि हम लोग के पास कोई weight loss करने के आता है, जल्दी वो weight loss नहीं कर पाते. See, because your insulin is persistent high, how it will allow to get a burn to the our fat. Second come Swapna Sukha. Swapna Sukha have a two meaning in Ayurveda. First, what we call as a laziness, but most important is a day napping. Now go on a net and you just type a word day napping in Ayurveda. You will get a multiple different type of research. One research will say कि दोपहर को सोने से डायबिटीज होता है. One will say दोपहर को सोना is a लक्षण ऑफ डायबिटीज, मतलब ये डायबिटीज का प्री स्टेज है. फिर कोई बोलेगा कि दोपहर को सोने से डायबिटीज बढ़ता है, दोपहर को सोने से हार्ट अटैक बढ़ता है. मीन्स ईच एंड एवरी वन ऑफ देम नो कि डे नैपिंग इज डेंजरस फॉर योर बॉडी, बट नोबडी कैन से क्लियरली व्हाई. नाउ व्हाई द संहिताकार और आयुर्वेदा consider it as a second cause of diabetes? See, I told you now, it is a multiple hole. The biggest hole is a exercise. Second hole is day napping. See, day napping you can do only in summer. As per Ayurveda, Grishmakal, that is a summer, is only season where you can sleep excessively in a day and nothing will happen to you. Opposite to that, you will get more and more healthy if you sleep in a summer. But other than that, if you sleep in any season, it is going to make you diabetic. Why? See, because there is some relation of a body with a nature. Because Ayurveda is all about nature considering with a body. So when I am talking about a biofire, remember the biggest biofire source of our universe is sun. See, why we always praise sun as a god? Because it is a biofire of your earth. So once the sun is enter into the earth, then each and everything start getting stimulating. Same our pancreas, same our metabolism. So the time when the sun is arising and to sunset, it is the only area where your appetite is very good, where you are very energetic, where you can do each and everything. Means your metabolic activity is very high. If you try to eat heavy food and take a day napping, because let's say consider both, the person who take a food and do a day napping, what will happen? Because diabetes mostly happen to the person who take a food and then goes to sleep. Because after taking the food, the body need insulin, the body need a multiple secretion, it need a pancreatic secretion, digestive secretion. But when you go to the sleep, each and everything goes towards the downside. Your insulin get lower, your secretion goes lower, each and everything get lower. So if you are doing a day napping, you are not doing exercise, you are taking up food and doing a day napping, that is a cause of diabetes. Means day napping and exercise together. Look, day napping and exercise together contribute 70% of diabetic cause. So I told you, कि you can't rule out these two things. So it is all about day napping. Then come dahi. Now let's start with the food. Now you can ask any question. Dahi, lassi, food in each everything. It is said, what is dahi as per Ayurveda? Maha abhishandi madhura kaf med vivardhanam. It is the only food in this world which can excessively increase your kaf in your body and med in your body, that is a fat. Now you can go and find out how after eating this sugar, your body get tendency to accumulate the excess of fat in your adipose tissue. That is one of the most important. Med vivardhani. Vivardhani means it is increasing, and it is increasing so much that you can't expect. So therefore there is a different way of matter how you should eat a curd, when it should eat, when you should not eat. There is a separate chapter in Ayurveda, but it is clearly overwritten that the diabetic patient should not eat any type of milk product. Now dahi is not just a curd, whether it's yogurt, whether it's a cheese, whether it's butter, each and everything comes a dahi. मतलब dahi means indirectly they are talking about any fermented thing made up of milk. Means once you fermented milk and you are making anything, it is always going to be a very heavy, very heavy. The Abhishandi word basically is for slimminess. Slimminess, as you can see, dahi, each and everything is very slim, which make you think that it is very thin and it is very light. But heaviness or nature of being difficult of digestion, मतलब difficulty for digestion, occlude any of the sira. In Ayurveda we say sira. So sira means basically your digestion, your metabolism, everything will get obstruct when you take a curd. So curd, as I told you, don't follow the internet, don't follow the research article, because Ayurveda is sometimes very different, because they are talking about the property of the substance or a food. They are not looking at mechanically and just expecting कि क्या हो रहा है, but they are very thing. And it is very funny thing कि Ayurveda called dahi as a sweet. Even taste of the dahi is acidic. When it enter into body, it will always act as a sweet. So it is a madhur. So out of 6 tastes, it is a madhur. So you have to think of it. And increase in cough and fat in a body. That means it's very simple. I wrote on a piece of a paper that you should not take any milk product. And curd to bilkul nahi. And now the ad of Priyanka Chopra is also coming off that Epigma yogurt. See, you are going to increase your diabetes again, because it is written over below, it is to treat the diabetes. It is not. That is a Donover company. It's very deep. मतलब बहुत अलग ही history है कि how he felt in 2012 and it is again entering in our food market in 2003. Very मतलब अलग है.
But then we can, if it is written there that
हाँ.
diabetic something,
Yes.
then we can sue them.
See, you can't sue them, because I told you na कि you can never find the exact property of a curd. You can never find.
Okay.
See, because do how much you want to result. You will see a lactic acid. You can see a lactic acid bacteria which goes in your body, which you change your gut flora, each and everything. There is 1,000 of benefit concept of it, but they are done by the someone who don't know anything about getting curd. So they are adopting and they are manipulating. See, it is happening. पहले जो हम लोग oil मतलब without refined खाते थे. See, we used to eat refined oil, unrefined oil. कभी कुछ हुआ? Indoors all this throughout the life. अब ये 30 year में we are more prone to so-called monosaturated fat. You should go for more refined. The more you are going into refined oil, the more you are getting heart attack. So they are blaming on multiple reasons, but all thing is same, food. It is by WHO. It is very interesting fact. I read just WHO in March 2019. He specially wrote over there that the daily intake of a sugar is 5 gram per day, max to max 10 gram per day. I do daily exercise. I take 15 gram per day. But average Indian people is taking 25 teaspoon of sugar per day without knowing it. So why I am telling you without knowing it? The next time when you eat something and you think it is not without sugar, you should just turn a wrapper and see if there is a sugar or not. My simple formula is that if anything tastes very good or very sweet, it is always a sugar. So sugar is a thing which is entered in each and everything, whether it's sugar pani puri, whether it's a sandwich sugar, chocolate sugar. Chocolate is entering everywhere. So it is not going to leave you. So hidden sugar. So that is why I told you it is very difficult for me to control this part only, not to have sugar. And there is one very different the fact that when you take any artificial sugar, your insulin will not come to down for 1 or 2 days. Why? Because when your artificial sugar enter into your body doesn't have any proper mechanism how to get rid of it. We say ना कि सुक्रोज 300 टाइम शुगर से ज़्यादा स्वीट है, एस्पार्टेट इज 5000, तो एक ड्रॉप में पूरा का पूरा चाय मीठा हो जाता है. सी इट इज बिकॉज इट इज रियली 5000 मतलब 500 टाइम 200 टाइम शुगर. बट हैव यू एवर आस्क कि वो शुगर लेने के बाद इज देयर एनी पाथवे कि वो उसको राइड ऑफ कर पाता है? नहीं. सो दैट इज द कंडीशन वेयर यू आर नॉट गेटिंग राइड ऑफ diabetes because your insulin is not going down only. See, insulin less or abnormal insulin is not cause of diabetes. You read an article, all the Hutchinson division. Hyperinsulinemia is again one of the cause of diabetes. Matlab now we know that the person who from the pre-diabetic to diabetes stage, they have very high insulin in body. So that high insulin cause diabetes, plus hyperinsulinemia always cause inflammation in any organ. So whether you are getting thyroid, it is because of hyperinsulinemia. You are getting PCOS, same hyperinsulinemia. And you know fact why I am very confident on it, it is because of metformin. Metformin enter into our India for diabetes. Then metformin is also working for PCOS. Then now the research is 2019 that if you give the metformin, your thyroid gland, which is hyperplasia, enlarged thyroid, it get reduced. So how the medicine of a diabetes is acting on a thyroid also? It is because it is good in peripheral resistance. It is very good in secreting the, making the insulin to take the glucose and go into the peripheral. That is why metformin is going to be a boost in future. But yes, you have to cut it. To my simple formula, the person taking treatment for me should not touch any artificial sweet product. So whether it's a chocolate, pancakes, not a single day. मतलब I give them 3-month challenge कि 3 month के बीच में एक भी चीज़ को हाथ नहीं लगाना. If you want to reverse a diabetes, I'm talking about reversing. I'm not talking about curing. There is a nothing called as a मतलब management of diabetes. Either you have diabetes or you don't have diabetes, something like that. I think this slide came early, but in Ayurveda, it is considered as one of the most important treatment of diabetes. See, that's it. You have to take it in any form. It is called as a jaw or barley. Okay. So why I'm talking about jaw or barley? Because as per Ayurveda and red rice, I always tell my patient to take a red rice, which is mostly used by the South Indian company. These two things, if you are taking very regularly.
How's the brown rice?
See, brown rice I don't prefer. See, why I am not preferring? See, because brown rice, after taking a brown rice, there is a little difference between a red rice and brown rice. So they as per them what they are telling, ki, see, when we take any grain is something which have potential to get germinate. So red rice is only thing which after taking will release its nutrient and will give something. Other than that, the other seed are there, like our normal rice and brown rice, they will not release so much of nutrient in your body.
And the white rice?
Huh? Same, white rice also same. See, white rice is same. But I never told ki you should not take. You should take. Diabetes patients should take rice. I will tell you why. Because I never stop. Because I am stopping each and every other stuff. So I will not play with his daily diet. I will tell you why. But why I am telling you this? Because my patient have to take this. I make a packet, I give him, and I tell him, take in any form. Roasted form, either make it, put a water in it, that boil it and take it. Why? Because yaw is only thing, yaw, which can helps to reduce your diabetes. Helps you reduce your diabetes because it acts directly on your biofire. It is the only thing which doesn't need a very good digestion system. Even if your digestion is low, because Sahintakar or Ayurveda always know that patient of diabetic is coming to me, and one thing is clear in my mind is biofire is very low. He have excess of cough. The excess of cough can be reduced by eliminating the causes. But while giving the treatment, I have to give such a thing which should not put more pressure on biofire. So only barley and rice. And funny thing that ki treatment of this barley and rice always should be taken with water. हम लोग बोलते हैं ना दाल का पानी, भात का पानी. My patient takes plenty of दाल का पानी, भात का पानी. Why? Because the biggest problem of diabetes is loss of appetite. ठीक है? हाँ. When you saying कि polyphagia means excessive eating is a sign of diabetes only. But thing is that कि after treating polyphagia, you will find that person has lost his interest in food. So at that time we always tell them ki to start with this barley. So barley is only thing which is not going to put a more pressure and going to tell you. So this is a reference how you should take. So they are telling you should take this year barley in a form of water, in a form of gruel, in a form of a soup. Means it is the only thing which is a prameya shantete. Means it is a okay. So it is again a barley, as I told you. Okay, barley is only thing which I give to patient. I give nearly, it is very, it can available very easy. You can give for half an kg, but you have to take at least 20 gram per day. 20 gram per day, either in a form of roasted. Roasted is very easy to give because it's on roasting it look very tasty. Or second, पानी में उबाल के, काढ़ा बना के, क्वाथ बना के. So it is they told you कि मंथा मतलब कि उसका थोड़ा पेस्ट बना के, कषाय मीन्स उसका क्वाथ मीन्स डेकोकेशन बना के डिकॉक्शन. यव चूर्ण you can take directly as a powder. लेह you can make it like a sattu is known as a लेह over here. तो any form means यह औदन मीन्स जो मैंने आपको अभी जस्ट बताया कि you have to boil it and take it. Means all this references is from चरक संहिता प्रमेय रोगाधिकार. So the first line of treatment what he is focusing on कि instead of starting the treatment, this is a first line of treatment where you should change because you can't make diabetic patient an empty stomach. So this is a most important. So it is a श्लोक over here. यवो प्रधानस्तु भ्रवेत प्रमेय. Prameya patient should take a excess of barley. This is what I got from one research article of JAHM, and what they are telling you that yava mantha, they are talking about the boiled yava barley. It is a alpha amylase and alpha glucoside activity in vitro indicate that there is a hypoglycemic potential for yava mantha and can be considered as a very good anti-diabetic plant source. So it is done by the research. It is not a one research. There is somewhere around 96 to 98 research telling about why the barley is considered as a potent anti-diabetic medicine. So they are talking about a medicine. I am talking it as a form of a food. So I only start only in our diabetic patient. Otherwise, no. Yes. Second thing, patient suffering from a prameya after that yava and barley should take madhu udak. Madhu udak. It is not for obesity. That obesity, honey, water, that's a very humbug concept. The madhu udak, that is a normal water, not a hot water. The honey should never be given with a hot water. Okay, there is an entire different concept why it should not give. So madhu udak is simply the water with 1 or 2 teaspoons of sugar with honey. So why honey? Because honey is not a sweet. Honey is kashai as per Ayurveda. So kashai is only ras which we are not taking in our daily diet. So kashai ras we call it as a taste of karela. But have you ever thought a honey should taste like a karela? No. So that's a blessing of Ayurveda, because they know that when we give something, what exactly the reaction or action of this thing is going to be in body. So the honey is kashai rasatmak and it is looking very slimy, but it is considered as a very ruksha kalpana, very dry. Means if you take in a cough, you will come to know why your cough always subside with honey, because it is a very drying in nature.
Can it replace to sugar in the tea?
No, not at all, not at all. No, anything which comes in contact with honey loses its property of kashai rasatmaka. Kashai ras, when we talk about any kashai ras, when I am talking about the prameya, that is cough. I told you that cough can be antagonized only by katu tikta kashai, either pungent or something bitter. But if anything you mix with a bitter, the bitter or katu will not show its property. See why I am telling you this, because nowadays whatever cuisines you are eating, hotel में कुछ भी खाओ, each and everything have a sugar, including a dal also have a sugar. So why they are putting sugar? Because when you put a sugar in anything, it easily can mask the effect of katu tikta kashai. इसीलिए even हम लोग जब कोई मतलब I am not just defaming, but when you go and take any form of aloe vera juice, any form of gurchi juice, I am still against it. because it doesn't follow the proper criteria of Ayurveda. Because you can't mix a कटु तिक्त कषाय with anything. और उसके बाद आप तो 2 लीटर एलोवेरा पियो या 4 लीटर पियो, डायबिटीज कम ही नहीं होगा. It will not get reversed. It is simple concept that कि शुगर डालने के बाद it will not show it effect. Same with lemon juice, same with आंवला juice. आंवला juice में when you put a sugar or salt, खत्म. So because आंवला is only thing which doesn't have a salt. It even doesn't have a very potent a sugar. So इसलिए you take आंवला in diabetes ताकि वो कषाय रस लगे. That is कषाय रस. बट अगर आपने वो उसको एकदम जूस के जैसा मस्त उसको शक्कर डाल के बना दिया, शुगर डाल के बना दिया, तो याद रखना, when any diabetic drug comes with a sugar or salt, it will not show it effect. As per Ayurveda, it's simple. So you have to take Triphala Ras juice. Okay, at that time it is possible, but now it is not possible. Arisht Prameh caused by overnourishment Prameh. Arisht means I use personally Arisht. Now people again made a very bad publicity about Arisht. Arisht is basically a alcoholic soluble extract of Ayurvedic medicine, and it is very used, like you know about Dashmula Arisht, Draksha Arisht. So it is a Arisht Kalpana. It is basically to stimulate your biofire. Now since it have jaggery, each and every Arisht always made up of jaggery, means they have a good in it, they can't replace with sugar. So they say that it increase the diabetes, but no. Sanhitakar is already saying that the patient of a Pramehi should take a Arish, especially if he is very lean, thin and is losing his weight. This is going to be a first line of treatment, Arish. Person habitually taking roasted barley, dry flour, mugdha and amalki and never suffer from a family. Means this 4 thing is in a shloka, and Ayurveda is trying to say that the person who take these 3 things daily in his life never suffer from Prameha, diabetes, Shuitra, leukoderma, any skin discoloration, then Mutra Kruchata, any dysuria or kidney disease, and any Kapha Kushta. Kapha Kushta means psoriasis, eczema, all comes in a Kapha Kushta. So indirectly Ayurveda concept is same. If your biofire is down, Drav Bhut Kaph is too much, the Drav Bhut Kaph only cause these 3 things. Prameha, diabetes, leukoderma, and then dysuria and Kapha Kushta. So indirectly these 3 things should be taken daily in a life, especially for a Prameha. So not everything is possible, but yes, honey easily possible, barley easily possible.
What about the oats?
See, let's talk about the oats. If we take oats, so what do you think oats is going to do in a body?
Cholesterol reducing.
No. How?
That's what they say. I don't know.
So, see, it's not about oat. Whether you take any Indian food, every fiber food, indirectly in one word, if your diet is plant-based diet, it is going to reduce your cholesterol. Whether it's oat, whether it's moong, whether it's any dal, including the chawal also. So that is why I told you, I never stop this thing. But I consider, so oats, yes, you can take. So why have to make such a big name of oats? You can take in your daily life also. You can take it as a diet also. So it's not only oat, you can take any plant-based diet. So हम लोग किसी चीज़ को ना थोड़ा फ्लेयर अप करके लेने से अच्छा उसको डायरेक्टली लो, इसलिए मैंने बताया ओट्स का वैसे. बट डज इट क्योर द डायबिटीज? नॉट एट ऑल. Okay, this thing, Prameha get immediately cured by. See, it is a very funny concept. Ayurveda say how to reduce sugar immediately. If the patient is of diabetic, high diabetic, so what he should do? Vyayama yoger vivirdhe. Vyayama yoge vivirdhe. Vyayama yoge vivirdhe matlab you want to reduce the sugar immediately. The first thing you should do exercise. So I am telling you a thing which can suddenly reduce your exercise. Yoga vividhe. Now this yoga comes in a 2 way. First, either you do different type of exercise, call it as a vyayama yoga, or second thing, it comes as a yoga. But I don't think so it's a yoga. It is a different type of exercise, different type of body exercise, because your legs also should move, your body also should move. That is why, because your whole body is in a lacking a biofire. The exercise can immediately increase the biofire. bath. But bath by what? Bath by unctions, drugs. That is what we call as a urdhvartan. Have you ever thought of this urdhvartan kalpana? It is more common in Maharashtrian कि urdhvartan. हाँ
दिवाली टाइम,
हाँ, तो वो दिवाली के टाइम, तो हम लोग दिवाली के टाइम को ना उसको थोड़ा सा ऐसा ट्रेंड बना दिए, बट इट इज नॉट फॉर दिवाली टाइम. इफ यू रीड अ दिनचर्या ऑफ आयुर्वेदा, दे आर मतलब दे ऑलवेज टेल कि फर्स्ट द पर्सन शुड गो फॉर एक्सरसाइज, ही शुड डू अर्ध शक्ति व्यायाम, मीन्स बिफोर गेटिंग टायर्ड ही शुड स्टॉप द व्यायाम, he should apply the oil, come to the home, do the udhvartan. So what all these three things together do? It decrease your sugar most rapidly. Fast method. Sprinkling of water over the body. Now it is not a sprinkling of water over the body. It is indirectly a type of body movement which you are doing. Sprinkling is not very easy, each and every part of body. So they are talking about indirectly, if you consider all three together, it is just an exercise. Means a Sanhitakar in his own slok are trying to move your body in different to different way, and there is again a different type of exercise which they are explained in thing. Second, prevention of prameha. How should you can avoid the prameha or diabetes in a patient? So again Shlok is saying कि etiological factor responsible for causing of different type of prameha, because Ayurveda have different type of prameha. Whether it's a insulin dependent diabetes comes under the madhumeha, that is vatach prameha. Non-insulin diabetes comes under a kafach prameha. Both treatment are very different. And what we are doing a mistake कि when we are suffering a diabetes, we are taking a same medicine for each and everything. So a treatment of a diabetes of prameha is not eligible for doing a treatment of madhumeha, because if you do the same treatment over there, you will find कि your glucose will keep on increasing each and every day. So even you आपको ये सब cases मिलेगा कि आयुर्वेद मेडिसिन मैंने चालू किया और मेरा शुगर बढ़ने लगा. It is because you are dealing with madhumeha. You missed the prameha. So madhumeha and prameha, it can only be diagnosed by a qualified doctor. So it's a very bigger difference. That's a different point of discussion. The causative factor should be removed, and only then this comes to the picture. Now see, if I make a summary of my throughout the lecture, so what is a main thing which I can miss? What do you let me ask you, what do you think, what you got from this, all this what we are discussing?
Basically about the diet, how we should maintain and do some exercise.
Yeah.
But I have one question here, that what about those who have low sugar?
See, those who have a low sugar. So have you ever imagined when you get an episode of low sugar? No, I'm just asking you. Have you got any patient of low sugar ever in your life?
Yes.
Yes. So when you get episode of low sugar,
This means for many years altogether I was not having sugar in tea. And then I realized, I asked the doctor, and he said your sugar is low.
okay. So now you are taking sugar in a daily purpose.
Little bit I added
Okay.
it to it.
So what is the difference of attack?
I started feeling better. That's what I asked in between also.
Yes.
That if you have some sweetness, I
Huh.
start feeling better.
So see, that is not a criteria. As I told you, कि each and every sugar is make you feel better. But having a hypoglycemic activity, see, hypoglycemic activity is showing two things. See, because pancreas know when to release glucose, when not to release glucose. That is a both thing. Now thing is that when body need a glucose, your glucagon will get high. When you don't need a glucose, your insulin will get high. See, because it is all about when the glucose should be high in the blood and when glucose should be low in the blood. So if you are getting a recurrent episode of a hypoglycemia, it means your glucagon is not very good in analyzing when you need a sugar. See, because see, it is not just sugar eating. Your sugar storage is there in your liver. Your storage sugar there is no muscle. Your storage sugar there in your fat. So it is not that your muscle will not have sugar. So if you need a sugar, glucagon can easily form But there is a some problem. There is a two condition where you get a hypoglycemic episode. First, when you are suffering from any hyperinsulinemia tumor, that is the first thing we always rule out. कि because if you isolate pancreas के ऊपर tumor होगा, yes, then you will get a very high episodes of insulin. So that is a very rapid method कि जिसमें मतलब शुगर कम होता है. लेकिन अगर वो एक बार रूल आउट कर दिया, USG से वो क्लियर कर दिया, then you left with nothing but do a proper exercise. Why exercise? See, because when you start doing exercise, you are getting a hypoglycemic because your brain is not able to analyze when he need a sugar or not. See, because brain is the only organ who need 24 hour each and every second a sugar, and even a 5 second of cessation of a sugar to the brain will make you fall down. What you are suffering now, it means कि he is not able to order pancreas to release the glucagon. So when you do exercise, the body comes to know कि now you don't need insulin, you need a glucagon. So you will get rapidly breakdown of sugar from each and every part of body. Then when you after exercise you go to the rest, glucagon will come and insulin will get high. So we call it as a insulin मतलब pancreatic brain axis. The brain should know how to control the pancreas. So it can only be achieved by exercise. So even a hypoglycemic patient, I tell them to go for this vagus nerve exercise. You go for sir एक vagus nerve exercise in there is on a net. You do for 5 minutes daily, and you do a 10-20 minute exercise. And let me know after 2 months how you feel. Maybe you will not get this episode again. If you do, no, it's good. Means, but still I will advise you go for exercise again. So because only exercise can save you. Because if there will be, we don't know कि when the next time you will get of not having sugar. So that means there is some metabolic correction of body not analyzing when to have high sugar or low sugar. So it is the only thing. And yes, other than that, what much more you have learned from our lecture discussion, and what do you think I have not discussed about? See, burning sensation इसलिए होता है because when you are talking about a high sugar, डायबिटीज लोग है ना हाई शुगर से नहीं डरते. डायबिटीज में लोग एक ही चीज से डरते, माइक्रो सर्कुलेशन डिस्टर्बेंस. क्यों? हैव यू एवर थॉट कि आपका ग्लूकोज अगर हाई रहेगा तो आपको क्या होगा? मतलब ग्लूकोज हाई होगा तो हार्ट डिजीज होगा. ठीक है, कैसे हार्ट डिजीज होगा, कैसे किडनी डिजीज होगा, कैसे हाइपरटेंशन होगा, क्यों डिस्लिपिडियम होगा? इसलिए क्योंकि व्हेन योर शुगर इज नॉट लिविंग योर ब्लड वेसल, it will hamper all the micro circulation means small circulation of your body. इसलिए डायबिटिक पेशेंट में everything goes silent. CKD, kidney disease silent. मतलब indirectly we call it as a diabetes is a hypertension, it is a silent killer because one by one it will reduce your blood vessel. So इसलिए you get a burning sensation because when diabetes affect your nerve. See, because nerve also need a circulation. Or why exercise is very important? When you start doing the exercise of different part of body, your brain come to know कि ये कुछ तो काम कर रहा है because it is a nerve over there. You will get a multiple small micro circulation. It is very important because as the age goes on increasing, you are keep losing a micro circulation one by one. And if you are not doing exercise, you will lose more rapidly. It is a cause of Alzheimer disease, Parkinson disease, autonomous any other disease. So all the old age, this abnormality come because you are losing a one by one microcirculation. If you have high diabetes, you will lose more rapidly. So it is not reversible. I can't reverse this one. So I told you, I can reverse a diabetes, but I can't reverse a damage. Because once the damage is done, at that age, you can't make a new organ. So diabetes complicated case is burning sensation. Burning sensation means you are getting a nerve dystonia. So it can also be treated as a diabetes only with a different pathology. Second thing, regarding food. Now question is that you have never asked any other thing कि क्या खाना चाहिए like date. See, you are talking about date. Date sugar है इसलिए खाना नहीं खाना चाहिए. I told you a simple concept. Except banana. you can eat each and everything, each and every food, and after eating each and every food, after 1 or 2 weeks, you will see your diabetes has already come down. See, this is a basic fact.
Even mango.
No.
Even, see,
Five foods
yes.
which are hyperglycemics,
Hmm.
particularly mango,
Hmm.
banana,
Hmm.
then all that sitapal,
Ha.
rampal, then Hanuman pal,
Yes, yes.
this three.
Now, I'm not aware about Hanuman Phala. I have heard it, but I'm not very aware of.
Then there is one chukku.
Hmm.
This type of, including mango,
Ha.
they bring about sudden rise in the blood sugar.
Blood sugar.
So they will load the pancreas. and
Nah,
will,
nothing at all. See, you have to remove this concept in your mind. I am talking about now you ate a food. Okay. So what do you think? Your insulin will not go high.
It will go.
Go. But there is a no concept as a slow insulin. Remember,
This
remember.
Blood sugar,
Huh?
rise in the blood sugar is passed with this.
So okay, it's okay. Until unless it doesn't remain over the long period of time in your blood, it will not cause diabetes. See, simple example. You are old, you will get hyperglycemia even after taking food. But let me ask, okay, if I take a food at this age, and after 1.5 hours, because glucose take nearly 1.5 hours from enter from our gut to the blood, I will get a hyperglycemia. I will be hyperglycemia. See, because it is a pumping of sugar. You eat anything. The more simple is sugar. Like you eat you take this glucon D. Glucon D will cause within 5 minutes hyperglycemia. But is it a cause of a diabetes? No. See, because because body there is a two process. If you read about insulin very properly, there is a two phase. We call as a loading phase and maintaining phase. So when you get a insulin and when you eat anything, first it will rise rapidly because the sugar can be absorbed from a tongue, from a esophagus, from your stomach also. But there is some complex sugar also which will enter into the intestine, then only they will come to the blood. So that is called as a slow phase. So if you had something called as a complex sugar, so it is not going to rise. Now all the food, if you recall properly, each and every fruit, very less fruit have glucose separately. Everyone have fructose. Everyone has fructose. So the concept of is fructose, you can take fructose very easily if it is from a plant-based diet. Only thing what I have to contraindicate of this fruit, कि you cannot take all this fruit in a night time. I told you no, see, because in a concept of a diabetes, you have to save diabetes. If you have to save the diabetes, you don't have to eat anything after the 7. After the 7, barley. After 7, madhu udak. After 7, I make patient to eat that shali chawal ka dal ka pani, bhat ka pani. But no food in a night time. That is one of the best concept. And fruit in a night time, yes. I make patient to take a pomegranate. Pomegranate is my one of the best favorite fruit of diabetic. See, because pomegranate is only thing which lower your diabetes, give you a acidic taste, and it increase your HB and it increase your microcirculation. So as per Ayurveda also there is a shlok in that which say that it is one of the best fruit to lower the diabetes. So concept is simple. Rice not at a night. Heavy food not at a night. All the night at what you have to do is whatever wrote in that Ayurveda text. Daytime 1 meal allowed. Multiple snacking not allowed. Means if the timing of food is 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. there should be nothing in between this. Only this thing. I only give this thing. Either you have a fruit or have a warm water or have a honey with water, each and everything. Because this thing never rise the glucose. And it doesn't have any calories. The biggest thing is that diabetes have each and most of the fruit have a calorie. But this thing what we are discussed doesn't have calorie. So indirectly, as I told you, I never avoid any food or any structure, whether it's South Indian taking dosa, idli, okay, no problem is that. But it should not be with curd. It should not be with that artificial sweet product. So my biggest challenge right now is that artificial sweet product or whatever the company is making you for as an anti-diabetic, it is a much worse than your food. So you should take a fruit. And I have multiple cases which I told to madam ki I will going to put it ki how after the patient who's taking a 60 insulin twice a day, taking 3 to 4 medicine, because I used to work in a Mittal hospital in 2000 from 2013 2015. There was one case in that case we literally that person having a diabetes of fasting 375. And post lunch it was 573 after taking 60 unit of glucose. Since he was paralytic, he come to under me for a research program, and within 3 months his all the insulin got stopped. The all report is from Metro Lab only. We took a help of a Metro Lab. Why? Just simple concept. I made him eat a fruit throughout a day, not having a single food. From even he is not to take a rice, dal, not everything, only fruit. I kept him on 3 day total on this fruit diet. Nothing happened. The sugar is come very down very rapidly. From HbA1c from 13 within 3 months it reached to the 8 after stopping the insulin. So that's the effect of getting a. So that time I presented a case in a JAMA, not JAMA. It is a international Ayurvedic journal. Ki how we can cure the diabetes even after giving a fruit-rich diet. Only not at a night. I have to follow a strict protocol of Ayurveda. Means indirectly, it is all about biofire. You have to prevent this biofire. You don't have to give after the sunset. You don't have to give anything before sunset. Something around that. Any questions regarding this?
So fruits की भी कुछ quantity होगी?
हाँ? Nah. As per appetite. I never make this thing as a contact. All as per appetite. Yeah, if you have appetite, you can take anything. If you don't have appetite, you have to be on this. It increases the appetite. So once you gain appetite again, you again go for food. Sometimes diabetic patient doesn't get any appetite. So I tell them to go for a barley and that honey water. So after 8 to 7 hours, he used to say कि बहुत भूख लगी है. Now you can take. So it is biofire. That means your pancreas is working very neatly. Okay, if you have already glucose load in your body, it is not going to absorb. See, appetite is thing. Your body want, it will ask you. If your body is not want, it won't ask you. You can't say कि 6 बज गया तो मुझे खाना खाना है. That is one of the misconcept. So that is a cause of diabetes itself. Multiple snacking. I told you na. You don't have appetite. You eat. Insulin will not go in blood only because you don't have appetite. So इतले लंघन मतलब अग्नि. What we talk about the Agni. Agni is your appetite. The more you do exercise, the more you will get appetite. It's like that only. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.